The Kandy to Ella train. Open doors, amazing views, total freedom. But before we got on the train, everyone we met asked us the same thing. Have you booked a seat? And when we said no, they looked genuinely worried. Was this epic journey that we've been dreaming about to turn into a nightmare? This is the real Kandy to Ella train experience. The one without the guaranteed seats, without the perfect Instagram setup, and with a whole load of unpredictability.
Off we go!
Make sure to stick around to the end to find out what you should be considering before taking this epic train journey. Good morning from the beautiful, if not a little wet, Kandy here in Sri Lanka. Today Rachel and I are going to be making the famous train journey from here in Kandy to our next destination, which is Ella. Unlike most of our travels, this is something we actually haven't prepared for super well. So the train tickets come on sale 30 days in advance. We weren't aware of that until it was too late, and now it's a case of get down to the train station, see what's available and see what the situation is for getting us up to Ella. Come along with us and we will share our journey on the train from Kandy to Ella. Tight squeeze. So first things first, we had to make our way to the station. This meant hopping in a tuk-tuk and taking on the local Kandy traffic. The driver expertly navigated through the busy morning traffic, and before we knew it, we'd arrived. We were met with a crazy busy station, which is pretty much what we'd expected, as you can only buy unreserved tickets on the day of departure directly from the ticket office.
So it says it up on the second class, so should we just go for that one?
Yeah, let's just go for that one. Now it was time to get in line and get those tickets.
No seat numbers. There are no seat numbers left. 1,200. Thank you. We have got ourselves 2 unreserved second class seats to Ella. I thought I'd be cheeky and just asked if there was any seated tickets left. Obviously the answer to that was no, kind of just laughed. So these were 1,200, 600 per person. Not bad, a couple of quid.
There were a lot of people waiting around and not many places to sit by the time we got through. We'd been gearing up for the classic tourist stampede, but instead it was mainly locals just going about their day. Whilst our train did technically have a departure time, it seemed more like a general guidance than anything else. But we didn't have too long to wait before we saw our train slowly making its way along the tracks towards us. And as it had started its journey in Colombo, it was already absolutely rammed. Rachel, in here. Then for the mad rush to get on. This is where any faint hope of getting a seat was swiftly crushed. The new mission, find the best standing spot possible. Also, somewhere for the bags to go would have been nice. And then we spotted it.
Is this bit here free? Stand down there by the window.
The train was absolutely jammed full at this point, and after a short delay that had absolutely no explanation, we were finally on our way.
Off we go. We are only half an hour late leaving the station, and we have got ourselves a little space with a wall to lean against, so pretty happy. Let's see how it goes.
This is where our position by the door paid some early dividends by quickly giving us a taste of the beautiful journey that lay ahead, as we were fortunate enough to get some breathtaking views of the lush green tree plantations rolling into the distance. Whilst I was busy fully embracing the moment, yes, that means including the obligatory leaning out of the train shot, Rachel had a different plan. As the train thinned out, she moved in, watching for the telltale signs of someone about to leave, and after a bit of careful positioning,
3 hours in, and we have got ourselves 2 treasured seats, so we are happy. 3 hours of smiling at the locals paid off. A kind lady tapped me on the shoulder and told me she was going to be getting off at the next stop, and did we want her seats. So we obviously said yes. And it's brilliant because they are also on the right hand side of the train, which is now meant to be the most picturesque side right the way up until Ella.
we had just sat down and started taking in scenery, feeling very pleased with ourselves when the rain started. So with the scenery on a bit of a break, we had to find other ways to keep ourselves entertained.
The altitude seems to have had an impact on our cassava chips, so I feel like they're going to explode. Didn't explode all over the place, so that is a success.
That was a bit of a letdown.
But let's try the cassava crisp. Actually, very, very nice, yeah. Different, but really, really good, actually.
But just as we were starting to wonder if we'd see any more of the landscape tour, there it was. The views were back. Briefly, but enough to remind us why this journey is so famous. And just when we thought we'd settled in, the train suddenly filled up again. This time with a whole load of very wet, slightly defeated looking tourists. Safe to say by this point, the energy levels in the carriage had taken a major hit. From here on in, it didn't really matter what side of the train you were on. There wasn't a whole load to see out the window.
So that is us 6.5 hours into this train journey, and the sun is just setting, so that's the end of the spectacular views for today. To be honest, it has been cloudy the majority of the way, but we have been fortunate. They've broke a few times and we have seen the potential that this train ride has. Oh, Rachel's just back from her first
toilet trip of the train journey.
How was it?
It was okay. I tried to touch minimal things. I tried to hold my breath because it does smell, but
no.
I feel better now.
I might go and brave it.
The views slowly disappeared along with the daylight, and the train gradually emptied stop by stop until eventually we came to Ella.
We made it! Pretty much 7 hours on the dot, or 7.5 if you include the delayed bit. Not bad.
We were met in Ella with yet more wet weather, but then why break the theme of the day?
After experiencing the Kandy to Ella train journey in unreserved seating, here's our take. If you can book your seats 30 days in advance, then that is definitely what we would recommend. That way you can just get excited for your journey, you can sit back and relax knowing that you've got guaranteed tickets. Obviously we completely dropped the ball on this one, but honestly we're glad that we didn't then go on to pay those overinflated prices from the third-party sellers. Those prices can be so much higher than what you'd pay direct from the station, and in hindsight we just don't think that those additional costs would have been worth it.
Obviously we ended up standing for about 3 hours of our journey, but as you saw we got a seat for the second half. But it was actually the weather that threw us the biggest curveball, as we were in the rain clouds for the majority of the trip. If we'd paid those overinflated third-party prices, we would have been really frustrated with the fact that we weren't getting the picture perfect views that we thought we were going to get. But the fact that we paid in reality only a few pounds for the entire trip meant we were able to roll with it a little bit more. The rain didn't totally ruin our experience. We still got to really enjoy the journey and savour the views on the rare glimpses when they did come out.
So would we recommend unreserved seating? Absolutely yes, if you're up for a bit of adventure. It's definitely not worth missing out on the entire experience just because you're worried that you might not get a seat. However, if it's those Instagram-worthy shots that you're after, then our top tip would be to completely avoid booking any tickets in advance. If you can keep your journey dates flexible, then just wait until the day, see what the forecast says, and book those tickets on a day when the sun's going to be out, you're not going to be in the clouds, and you're going to be able to get those Instagram shots that you're looking for.
So let us know in the comments if you've done the Kandy to Ella train journey, your experiences of it, and if you haven't and you're planning to, what you're looking forward to most about it. And as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more travel adventures from around the world. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next video.